Hello friends, welcome to the Urban Monk Ness channel. Today's video is about how the new tech arsenal is being built in India. Let's get into it. A new global arms race has started, but the weapons aren't missiles and tanks, they're silicon chips and artificial intelligence. The battle for the 21st century is being fought on tiny, intricate pieces of silicon and inside the sprawling digital minds of AI data centers. For decades, the world has relied on just a handful of nations to forge these tools of power and progress. This created fragile dependencies that are now starting to crack under geopolitical pressure. As the world's superpowers wrestle for tech dominance, a new arsenal is being built, but it's not where you might expect. What if the key to the future of global tech security, the answer to a dangerously concentrated supply chain, lies in an emerging powerhouse, a nation of 1.4 billion people, long known for its software skills, is now making a bold, calculated pivot to hardware. This is the story of how India is building its new tech arsenal. Section 1. The problem: a world on edge. The modern world runs on semiconductors. It's that simple. They're the bedrock of our digital civilization, powering everything from the phone in your pocket and the car you drive to the most advanced military gear and the AI models reshaping our reality. For years, this critical resource flowed from a few concentrated hubs, creating a global system built on a very precarious foundation. The intense rivalry between the United States and China has turned that foundation into a fault line. The scramble for technological supremacy has unleashed export controls, tariffs, and a frantic race to onshore production, turning the chip industry into a geopolitical battlefield. The core issue is something called technological sovereignty, the idea that a nation can't be truly secure or prosperous if its access to essential technology is controlled by someone else. And this isn't just theory. The world saw firsthand how fragile these supply chains were, and the lesson was learned the hard way. Relying too much on any single country for a resource, this critical is a massive strategic vulnerability. This realization has sparked a global scramble. Nations are now desperately trying to de-risk, diversify, and build resilient supply chains that can withstand the next shock. It's in this moment of crisis and opportunity that India has stepped onto the world stage, not just as another player, but as a potential solution. Section 2. The pivot. India's grand strategy for decades. India's tech identity was crystal clear. It was the world's IT back office, a giant in software development and services. But as the global landscape shifted, a new ambition started to grow. The vision was no longer just about running the world's software, but building the hardware it runs on. This ambition is being fueled by powerful national programs like Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat, or Self-Reliant India. Launched a decade ago, these initiatives were designed to turn India from a net importer into a global manufacturing hub. Now, they're being supercharged with a laser focus on deep tech. The centerpiece of this strategy is the India Semiconductor Mission, or ISM. Kicked off in 2021, the mission was backed with an initial $10 billion to attract global players and grow a domestic chip ecosystem. But the strategy is getting deeper. With 10 major projects now approved across 6 states, representing a combined investment of about Rs 1.60 lakh crore, the government is looking at the entire value chain. It's now about incentivizing everything from the specialized chemicals and gases to fostering homegrown Indian intellectual property. This isn't just economic policy, it's a declaration of intent. India is signaling to the world that it's ready to move up the food chain, from a consumer of chips to a credible, reliable global partner in producing them. And as of early 2026, that declaration is quickly turning into reality. Section 3. Building the arsenal. The semiconductor front. The most visible action in this new tech race is happening in Gujarat, which is rapidly becoming India's semicon city. Here, in the town of Sanand, American memory and storage giant Micron Technology just made history. In February 2026, it commenced operations at India's first commercial-scale semiconductor assembly and test facility. This massive $2.75 billion plant takes advanced memory wafers and turns them into the finished products that fuel the global AI economy. The Micron facility has already shipped its first made-in-India memory modules, which are heading to Dell for use in locally manufactured laptops. The scale is immense. Once fully operational, its 500,000 square foot cleanroom will be one of the largest in the world. Micron expects to assemble and test tens of millions of chips in 2026 alone, with plans to scale into the hundreds of millions by 2027. But this is just the beginning. A short drive away in Dholera, an even more ambitious project is taking shape. The Tata Group, one of India's most powerful conglomerates, is building the country's first large-scale semiconductor fabrication plant, or fab, in partnership with Taiwan's PSMC. This is an 11 billion megaproject that will produce chips for things like power management and cars. While getting a full-blown fab running is incredibly complex, the aggressive target is to roll out the first chips by the end of 2026. This represents a monumental leap. It's not just about assembling and testing chips, it's about fabricating them from scratch. And the momentum is building nationwide. Minister for Electronics and IT, Ashwini Vaishnaw, has stated that 4 of the 10 approved semiconductor projects are set to begin commercial production in 2026. These include packaging and assembly facilities by CG Power and another Tata plant in Assam, which are crucial first steps in building the full ecosystem. This rapid execution is why India projects its semiconductor market will soar from around $38 billion in 2023 to over $100 billion by 2030. Section 4. The AI advantage. If semiconductors are the weapons, artificial intelligence is the battlefield commander. And here, India has a unique strategic advantage. While other nations race for AI dominance, India is leveraging its massive population and digital public infrastructure to deploy AI at a scale few others can dream of. The India AI mission, backed by a budget of over $10,300 crore, is the heart of this strategy. A key goal is to create sovereign AI capabilities, which starts with building domestic computing power. At the India AI Impact Summit in New Delhi in February 2026, the government announced it was adding 20,000 more high-performance GPUs to its public compute infrastructure, bringing the total to over 58,000. These are available to startups and researchers at heavily subsidized rates, some as low as 70 to 80 cents an hour, to spark innovation from the ground up. The summit was a landmark event, bringing together global tech leaders and signaling a geopolitical shift toward India as a key AI partner. The focus is on turning India into an AI architect, not just a consumer market. This is powered by a buzzing ecosystem of startups and research labs. Indian developers already contribute heavily to global AI projects, and now the mission is fueling the creation of sovereign AI models trained on India's incredible linguistic diversity. Companies like Sarvam AI and projects like Paratgen are developing large language models for over 22 Indian languages, tackling needs that global systems often ignore. This isn't about building chatbots, it's about transformation. In a country with immense diversity, AI is being deployed for everything from public governance and healthcare to agriculture and education, with the goal of using it as an engine for inclusive growth. Section 5. The Defense Tech Dimension. This technological self-reliance translates directly into hard power. For years, India was one of the world's biggest importers of defense equipment, a dependency that the Make in India initiative is now systematically taking apart. The results are striking. Indigenous systems like the BrahMos supersonic missile, the Tejas fighter jet, and the Akash surface-to-air missile system are now cornerstones of India's defense. Annual defense production reached a record of nearly $18 billion in the 2025 fiscal year, and exports have surged to over $2.8 billion, reaching more than 100 nations. While still a major importer, India now manufactures at least 65% of its defense equipment at home, a remarkable turnaround. Technology is at the heart of this change. India's Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, is heavily invested in next-gen warfare, from unmanned drones and electronic warfare to quantum communication and AI-powered sensors. This is backed by a booming private sector, with firms like Tata and Reliance diving into robotics and drone tech. The IDEX program, Innovations for Defense Excellence, has brought hundreds of startups into the fold, fostering the kind of agile innovation that's critical for a modern military. Section 6. Forging Alliances, the Geopolitical Angle. Of course, India isn't building this arsenal in a vacuum. Its rise is perfectly timed with a global geopolitical realignment. The China Plus One strategy, where international companies are desperately seeking to diversify their supply chains away from China, has made India a top destination for new investment. More importantly, India is actively forging strategic partnerships with the world's tech leaders. A landmark collaboration with the United States is aimed at growing and diversifying the global semiconductor ecosystem for the benefit of both nations. These alliances extend across the globe, with India signing agreements on semiconductors with Europe and Japan to secure technology and materials. These partnerships are a smart blend of diplomacy and de-risking, creating a web of collaboration that reinforces India's position as a trusted tech partner. The new global arms race isn't about conquest, it's about resilience, security, and technological independence. India, once known mostly for its software and services, is step-by-step building a new kind of arsenal, one forged from silicon, data, and code. From the sprawling new semiconductor plants in Gujarat to the sovereign AI models being trained in labs across the country, a new foundation for the 21st century economy is being laid. This isn't just a story about one nation's ambition. It's a development with massive implications for the entire world. By becoming a critical new node in the global tech supply chain, India is offering a strategic alternative, a source of resilience in an increasingly uncertain world. The road ahead won't be easy, and execution is everything. But the direction is clear. The tech arsenal being built in India today might just be the key to all of our technological security tomorrow. What do you think? Can India really become a rival to the established tech manufacturing giants? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown insightful, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay updated on the shifting dynamics of tech and geopolitics. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.